AskReddit by Burkle as a Madlad. Adults of Reddit, what is something that sucks about being an adult that most teenagers don't realize? The adult part. The moment you need to pay for everything and the realization that fresh food spoils faster than you ever noticed before was eye-opening. Honestly, I swear I buy a thing of strawberries and they expire the next day. It's goddamn criminal. Edit. Till everyone knows how to keep strawberries fresh but me. You can count your friends on one hand and most of those have been grandfathered in. Deleted. Planning dinner every damn night. I convinced my wife that we should just stick to like 4 recipes and then go nuts on a pizza once a week or make a special dinner on Saturday or Sunday. Totally simplified our even meal preparation. There's never enough time for all the things you need to do. Definitely not enough time for the things you want to do. I would add to this that even if you had the hours in the day, you still won't have the time because it takes energy and motivation to do things and sometimes you just don't have enough of that either. You can do whatever you want, but most of the time you either have commitments that prevent it, or you can't afford it. You can do whatever you want but you don't feel like it anymore. You are always cleaning the kitchen. Never ends, does it? That ordering food is actually expensive and your parents weren't lying to you. Those Cokes you guys ordered were $3 each and there's 5 of you. That's $15 just in soft drinks and we could have bought 3 12 packs for that. Next time everybody's getting water. The pain. Bodies start breaking down. Not just pain, also slower healing. You know all those things you thought you would do when you were out on your own? They cost money, and you have to work for it. Aside from sleep lol. Saturday rolls around and I'm like yes I'm gonna sleep in 7 AM and my body is like okay that's enough for you, time to do laundry. I miss being a kid and sleeping till noon. Always prepare for the worst. Keep seeing more people that fought hard for their dream job. Now they're miserable. My dad lucked the fuck out by not taking his dream job. He loves cars and was offered his dream job at Ford when he got out of college. He toured the place and saw how specialized it was and realized he couldn't possibly stand out and would have been bored in a week. He took an engineering job at a much smaller company for less pay but had a much larger variety of things to do and made much more of an impact on the company. Fast forward to today and he has a business job as the president of a section of a company that makes parts for missiles and planes. He loves what he does and never thought he would be where he is now. TLDR, Dad got off a dream job, toured the place and hated it, took other job and is now in unexpected, well-paying business job that he loves very much. Your dream job isn't always it. Even though February is the shortest month, the rent is still the same. Yeah, but if you are salaried the paycheck doesn't have to last as long. I make like 10% more per day in February. Being lonely. Making friends as an adult is difficult, sometimes verging on impossible. You don't see people in your age group who are doing the same things you are every day anymore. Yeah, and it doesn't get better. I'm 46. My wife is really my only friend anymore. I have people I still keep in contact, but there's no one I really hang out with anymore or go do things with. I have some work acquaintances that I do things with sometimes, but the days of a true friend are pretty much over. Good thing my wife and I get along well. Edit. I should clarify, first, thank you for the advice everyone. I'm sure some people can use this but second, I never said I'm unhappy with my situation. My wife and I get along very well and I love my life. I was merely commenting that finding friends that are worth your time gets harder as you get older, not that I'm depressed about it or desire to fix it. You come home from work and you're tired and if you don't feel like making dinner, then you're not eating dinner. This, seriously. I was not prepared for how much of a pain in the ass it was going to be to keep myself fed throughout the day. Like, how does everyone manage it? Deleted. My whole day is food. Breakfast for the kids. Snacks. Lunch. Snacks. Dinner. Meal planning. Grocery shopping. Making lists of things we need. For someone on a diet, it is torture to constantly be consumed with food. You're at a time in your life when you see your friends almost every day at school. That should be cherished, because it's vastly simpler than maintaining friendships as you enter adulthood and you don't have that constant contact. Life as an adult is change, most of it outside of your control. People change, circumstances shift, all of that work you put into your adult friendships can vanish in an instant, and you just have to adapt and move on. Deleted. When something goes wrong or something unexpected happens, there's no one else to deal with it. Clogged toilet? You gotta clear it. Car out of gas? You gotta fill it. Run out of clean undies? You gotta do laundry. From small things to massive things, there's no one to make it go away but you. This didn't fully hit me until I had to clean a massive amount of puke out of the shower because I took a shower while I was sick and just absolutely lost my guts. Being a kid, someone else would have cleaned that up for me because I was sick, but as an adult, with a crazy high fever feeling absolutely terrible, I had to get on my knees and clean it up. There was no "I don't feel good" excuse, no "someone else can do it." I had to clean it up or it would get even more disgusting and clog my pipes. A $1,000 paycheck isn't nearly as exciting as an adult. I remember getting a $650 paycheck when I was 15 and thinking, why do I need to go to high school anymore? I can just keep doing this, lol. Forgetting your age is a real problem. The only people who remind me how old I am are my kids, and I often have to double check. I used to ask my parents how old they were and they always can't remember or said 21 and it confused me. I get it now. I was born in early January 2000 and my mom told me that's the best gift she could have given me cause that will I won't struggle to remember my age when I get older. On the flip side, it's kinda scary to be reminded exactly how long I've lived every time I look at the calendar. One day your body will betray you. Edit. This blew up faster than my kneecap. I hurt my back from bending over in an awkward position to brush my wife's hair. Dental care. It's so damn expensive if you let your teeth degrade. Please floss, my dudes. Edit. My mother has worked in dental for over 30 years and comes home with horror stories. Stop talking out your asses. Ignore your teeth and they'll go away. Sign on my dentist's office wall. When all the cliches that used to piss you off start making sense and meaning something, but you can't explain it to younger people because they haven't lived that life experience yet. You'll understand when you're older pissed me off so much when I was a kid. Now that I understand it, I'm even more pissed off that I say this. This thread started off as funny and then as I kept reading I got really sad. The importance and scarcity of time. Your you time gets seriously reduced as you get older and your other responsibilities mount up. I used to think that spending half an hour cleaning 3 times a week was the worst thing ever. Now I spend about an hour cleaning pretty much every day. Between work, maintaining a house, and raising kids, the amount of you time gets reduced to minutes a day. Anything else you want to do means sacrificing sleep. The other thing is how true time equals money actually is. Simply existing and breathing costs money. Food, rent, bills, transport cost money. Often the difference between happiness and unhappiness for me was comfortably making it to my next paycheck. Waking up and just aching for non-discernible reason other than having slept a bit funny. Oh, and the 3-day hangovers that make it barely worth drinking more than a couple glasses of wine. Fuck, I always thought my dad was joking about taking all weekend to recover from a Friday night party. I'm 31 now and nope, multi-day hangovers are definitely a thing. The days of being able to get mad fucked up and go to work the next day with no problem are long gone. Money adds up quick. You see something cheap that you want as a teen and think it's only $5. Yes, it is only $5, but when the end of the month comes, all those only purchases add up really fast. I'm starting to learn this now. I'll look at my credit card bill at the end of the month and I'm shocked at how much it is. Then I look at my transactions and see most of them are $10 here, $7 there, $8 here, like I 100% did this to myself. I really need to do a better job of checking my credit card statement every day and refraining from buying things I don't need. You can be homeless. I watched a lot of the Invisible People, https://www.youtube.com/user/invisiblepeuple close bracket YouTube channel. Now I know for a fact it's not impossible that it could happen to me. People expect you to know what you're doing. That you had no idea what you were talking about when you were a teenager. Sometimes I reread my 2-4 yo comments and get a little cringe trip. By the time you're 30 you are going to be lucky to see whatever close friends you have left more than a couple times a year. And it's considered normal. And when you see them, their significant other and or kids are probably third wheeling it, too. You will be held accountable. No excuses, no blaming. I have an annoying 16-year-old living in my house that blames me for everything bad in his life. He gets mad when I tell him that he needs to do something. I tell him that he can get mad but he will still have to do it. I try to tell him that I am not his problem, I'm just reminding him to take care of his responsibilities. He hates me. You don't fundamentally change, you are still you, even if you are older. It's the same you just need to survive in the adult world. You don't gain adult powers, you just have to do adult things. And the time goes by so fast. You feel like you just turn around, a few weeks go by and you're in your 30s. It's like you're older than you're ready to be, before you can adjust, all the time. Beer and pizza catch up to you fast. By and large, being an adult is awesome compared to being a teenager. No one tells you what to do, how to act, when to go to bed, or when to get up. People take you seriously. You can ask a doctor for sleeping pills and he'll give them to you. You can buy all the booze you want, drive the car you want, and get credit cards with incredible credit limits. The downside is, no one tells you what to do, how to act, when to go to bed, or when to get up. People take you seriously. You can ask a doctor for sleeping pills and he'll give them to you. You can buy all the booze you want, drive the car you want, and get credit cards with incredible credit limits. In short, being an adult comes with the responsibilities of adulthood, and if you choose to ignore those responsibilities, the consequences will be a lot more devastating for the rest of your life than when you were a teen. They can totally ruin your life and the lives of the people around you if you fuck up. I swear when I was a teenager I could eat absolute garbage and stay slim because I was just naturally active throughout the day. Now being an adult I'm fat as fuck because after a full day at work and other adulting responsibilities it's so hard to get the motivation to work out. Also food is just so damn delicious. Eating cereal for dinner. It's cool for like the first 2 years, then it starts sucking. Give me some veggies please. Get your own damn veggies, your adult conscious whispering in your ear. Metabolism does not go brrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrr Life is long and complicated. You can never truly get a fresh start. Things wear you down over time. And you just get so tired. Getting excited about things is hard, and when you're an adult and you get excited about something, there's usually another adult in line that is ready to tear you down for it. Just because they are shitty and the only thing they get excited about, these days, is shitting on others. Money loses value quickly as you get older. Give me $1,000 at 15 and I would have been in heaven buying video games and gadgets, candy and all sorts of stupid nonsense. Give me $1,000 at 36 and it's going towards paying off the crushing debt that comes with adulthood and car repairs that I've put off way too long and all sorts of totally unfun things. I'm 15 and the thought of $1,000 being enough to be able to stress someone out is so weird. Your backup is mostly gone. When you're a teen and screw up, you can usually go to your parents to help you out of the hole you've put yourself in. As an adult that isn't there, whatever screw up is yours to dig yourself out of. Phone bill you can't pay? Ask mum for a loan, 17 or 18. Phone bill you can't pay at 25 and it's an hour on the phone getting transferred to multiple people to ask for an extension which may be denied, so instead of normal food you plan your meals to be plain rice or ramen for a week because an unpaid phone bill creates late fees and black spots on your credit. As an adult, credit becomes more important than food for a week. Pro tip: missing your cell phone bill has no effect on your credit until it hits a collection agency. Be late if you need to be late. Coming home from work and still work at home. Goddamn, am I ever glad that I'm paid hourly and not on salary. I finish work at 2 PM. If my phone rings at 2:01 PM I send it straight to voicemail, and I don't listen to the voicemail until I'm back at work the next day. You want me after hours? Fuck you, pay me. This whole thread is making me realize how much life sucks. I mean, this literally is about stuff that sucks. No surprises there. The world is cruel and harsh. Human compassion is one of the few mercies that can exist in your life. If you aren't compassionate, then you're neglecting one of the highest purposes of human existence. We bring light into the world with our compassion. Don't give up on that. We need more compassionate people in the world. If everyone decides to be selfish and hostile, then our future will not be one that we enjoy living in. The world is what we make it. With every little action, the butterfly effect is true. Send out positive waves and try to make positive impacts in the world around you. Nothing else truly matters in the end besides the perpetuation of compassion and goodness. Adult acne. It doesn't magically go away when you turn 18. You can't just quit your job if you don't like it. I mean, you can, but you better be prepared to not have that job anymore. Losing your identity and sense of purpose once you graduate and enter a job that sucks up all your time. You have no energy to pursue the hobbies or interests you once had. You're also no longer able to be the smart kid or the theater kid or the jock or whatever. You're just another depressed 20-something trying to survive, playing 1 hour of a video game you'll never finish per night just to feel something in between cooking, chores, and your depressingly early bedtime. Work and we have no summer holidays. Each day is desperately short. Work consumes 75% of the time you're awake. And the time you're free is spent doing chores and being tired. Hobbies slowly cease to exist and you just start to look for quick escapes. Shit is actually super expensive viral. I make a lot of money. Far more than I did when I was a teen. Most of that money is lost in bills and taxes. Some people are trying to poke at the phrase a lot of money. Although, I do make a decent salary and have a great promotion potential, I'm not rich. The phrase a lot of money here is relative to what a teenager might make. For example, a teen making no more than $20K a year would be shocked by a $60K annual salary. It's not meant to brag. I always thought if I made the amount I do now I'd be swimming in it. I can barely cover bills and have a little left over. I feel. Some days, weeks or months straight you're literally just going to function on rage and caffeine. It's great until you finally get some time off and tiredness just hits you like a crashing Boeing 747.